I work as an airport officer. A man just showed me a passport from a country that doesn't exist. I work as a security officer at a regional airport. I've handled all kinds of suspicious items and forged documents, but nothing prepared me for the day a man showed up with a passport from a country that doesn't exist. In the moment, I just assumed it was a run-of-the-mill forgery, but soon I realized I was dealing with something far beyond normal. He stepped up to my counter, spoke in a language I couldn't recognize. I tried to direct him to the translator kiosk, but it was no use. I called my supervisor, who tried every known language database we had. Nothing matched. Finally, we showed him a standard world map. The man scanned it with growing frustration, then planted his finger in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. My stomach churned. Where exactly was he claiming to be from? When asked for an ID, he produced a well-worn passport with official-looking stamps, an odd seal, and the name of a place called Agartha. The details inside looked real. Microprint, watermarks, the works. It stumped us all. The local FBI field agent, a seasoned officer named Bird, arrived. He questioned the man for hours, with no progress. Bird finally decided to transport him to a federal facility for further interrogation. The suspect's belongings included postcards depicting impossible landscapes, towering spires and floating buildings, and a type of currency made of a faintly glimmering material. His electronics were also baffling. A tablet from an unknown brand and an OS we'd never seen. We found dozens of photos in his bag. Each showed a ravaged city in ruins. Entire blocks collapsed. Bodies in the streets. No other sign of life. The final picture was disturbing. A chained man on the verge of death, eyes pleading with the camera. This was not normal contraband. Something about it felt deeply wrong. Bird arranged for a police squad car to take the suspect away. Hours later, we learned he never arrived. The car's GPS went offline, and the two officers vanished without a trace. Bird led a team to investigate, but there were no leads, like the suspect, and the officers had evaporated into thin air. No stolen vehicle sightings, no calls from the missing cops. Late that evening, I was alone in our quiet office reviewing the photos again, my eyes scanning each grim image, when I spotted a detail I'd somehow overlooked. In almost every shot, at the edge of the crumbling skyline, there was a dark figure. Its silhouette looked tall and contorted. Zooming in, I felt my chest tighten. The figure had eyes that emitted a dull, eerie glow, like it was lurking, always watching. I showed my supervisor the next morning. An unsettling hush settled over the room when the rest of the staff saw those glowing eyes repeated in each photo. One agent grew pale and left the office to smoke, trembling. We realized the suspect's passport had strange runes in the margins that no linguist could decipher. The currency, some kind of semi-luminous alloy, resisted all standard tests. The laptop's drives were encrypted with symbols no one recognized. Then, near midnight, lights flickered in the halls. My computer monitor sputtered with static. A presence, heavy and palpable, weighed on me. Standing behind me, in the corner, was that same shape from the photos, eyes faintly shining. My heart seized in my chest. I tried to speak, but my throat locked. A jolt of the overhead lights, and suddenly it was gone. Panicked staff rushed in, found no intruder, yet we all sensed something vile had been in that room. The FBI quietly shut down the entire matter, saying it was classified, and everyone needed to keep their mouths shut. I've since transferred to a quiet administrative job. I still have nightmares about that strange, haunting stare. People ask if it was a prank, if the man was a lunatic who'd staged it all, but I know better. Whatever he was, whatever place Agartha might be, I'm certain the story isn't over. The question haunting me is what unimaginable horror that man unleashed onto our world, and I doubt we'll see it coming until it's too late.